We'll be departing very soon. Unfortunately, my game is just stuck on authenticating, so once I make a return into the game, we will then depart. Wonderful. Due to the API issues landing, and obviously if it kicks me out, it may be more difficult to come back in. I'm going to have you go directly behind me, if that's okay. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's just put me offline, so I'll have to restart the game again. It should be, I think it's called HMS, I believe. I shall take a look once I get back in again. I think it's to the far right of Truckee, if I remember rightfully. Probably Bitman, actually. Is the Bitman the one that's got like a yellow and black logo, I think? It's got like a yellow cog or something. Yeah, I think that's it. If it's to the far right, then it should be the correct one. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have just been hit with some API issues at the moment. It just disconnects me, but when I'm trying to log back in, obviously it's to start off with, it gives me the error for API return to valid content, but then once you eventually bypass it, sometimes you just get stuck on authenticating. Like I say, it's been an issue that TMP have been having for the past 2 to 3 days. Hey, so I'm back in the game. Just gotta wait for it to authenticate. I think we're in.
As long as you're here long enough for a cool photo, then we can pretend we did the convoy if all goes wrong.
Yeah. Yep, I'm in though. Okay, so I'll just take a quick screenshot then before we depart.
Oh, smart wolf. You. Never
Yep.
mind, disregard.
Yep, so Landy, if you want to go directly behind me then. And Damon, could I possibly ask you to take tail for us, please?
Yeah, I'll pull up the tail.
Thank you very much. I just need Landy behind me, that's all, just in case I disconnect. It could be another 5-10 minutes before I'm able to get back in, especially with the API issues. Okay, so we'll start departing then. And we're going to be taking a left out the company and then taking a right. keep the speed at 35 miles until we're all out of the company.
Alright, Kenzo, I'm rear. You're up next, buddy.
Please wait for me.
Okay, and then it's going to be a left turn up ahead.
Alright, last out, I'm on the road.
Okay, thank you very much. And once we've reached the highway, we are taking a right turn onto it. And until we're all on, I'm going to be keeping the speed at 50. Did you manage to get your brute plugged in okay, Lindy? Wonderful. Yes, surprisingly. Well, it is 1:05, so hopefully the whole convoy should be during the day.
We're on the freeway, I'm catching up.
Okay. I'll go ahead and bring the speed up to 60 then. What's everyone been up to then lately? Anything cool over the past week? No. Cool. A little bit more than me then. Me, I've been spending quite a lot of time actually on ETS2 TMP. Hanging around Central Europe, that kind of area, C to D. By the changes they've made though to the interchange and everything, it's still pretty bad. Has anyone tried the new multiplayer for ATS yet?
No, not yet, I haven't. Is it any fun?
I've personally tried it myself. Middle lane up ahead, people. Yeah, it looks pretty good though. Looks stable enough. I mean, obviously at the moment it's just sort of general co-op with 8 players. I think it's going to go up to like 30 or something, but I wonder if they'd ever do public servers.
Hopefully the traffic will encourage people to not treat it like NASCAR and look for racing lines.
Well, yeah. But then again, you can turn the traffic off, I believe, on the multiplayer. I believe there's a few customization options you can choose from. Did you ever apply for game mods in the end, Landy? I think you said you were going to think about it. Yeah, you don't need too much activity in the Discord or forums as well for that one. Yeah, I noticed one of our Viva drivers got a position in the moderation team. Spoonie UK, was it? I'm sure I've seen him around before.
Yeah, I pulled off on the shoulder. I'm tapping out. I'm having connection problems and having trouble keeping up with you guys.
Okay, that's no worries.
Maybe next time things will be working out a little better and I can participate. Bit of a bummer because I was looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Have a good drive, fellas.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a pleasure to have you here, but great seeing you again.
Yeah, great seeing you all too. I'll catch y'all on the Discord or something.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably be hanging around some VCs soon anyway. Anyway, I'll catch you around. Okay, we want to get over into the right lane now, as we'll be taking this next exit. And it is a lot of back roads from this point on. So just be careful on some of the corners upcoming. Okay, speed for down these roads will be south 50. You've been to at least 2 public events with Matthew recently, haven't you, Landy? Yeah. Just thinking then, after this private event, I believe actually there's one more private event with me, and that should be shadow events done actually. So, not long then until you can run your own events. I'm looking forward to your first one. Could go really good, could go really bad, who knows? What What are the roads looking like up ahead? Not too bad actually, quite straight, so I think I'll bring the speed up to 65 then. Like a quiet zone convoy. To my knowledge, we're going to be bringing those back again soon. Obviously, quiet zone convoys, yeah. Obviously not for every event, but just sort of slotted in here and there. Maybe like one every week, one every 2 weeks, something like that. I know when we used to do them, from what I've heard, they were quite successful, so... Before this convoy as well, actually, I checked when I got pinged to be the new reefer manager, and that was early December last year. It's been around 6 months since I became the manager of reefer. And then it's been... Well, for events, I became event staff in early November, so that was 7 months ago. And just before I became event staff, I was only in Beam for about 7 weeks. Okay, I sort of worked up the ranks pretty quickly. just a little bit. Yeah, because I think it was October. I think it was like early or mid-October that I sort of just made an instant return to the TMP community, and then decided to join Viva back as sort of upon my return as well. So since October last year, done reefer manager, skinning department, event supervisor now, support team for TMP, Velocity Convoy's founder and CC manager. I know, I was quite surprised. It's wild, I was so surprised to get into events so far. I've only been in Viva for about 7 weeks, like that's what, a month and a half? Which, yeah, it's a decent time, but... do you know what, as far as I'm aware, I don't actually think there's any kind of limit. Like, actual set limit of, like, you have to be in for this length of time before you can join the events team. I think it's just more of, probably more if, say, like 2 people put good applications in. One person had been in for, say, like 5 months. The other person had been in for, say, 3 weeks. The person that's been in for 5 months is going to have much more of a chance, essentially. But it's not a requirement that you'd have to be in for so long. That means Socrates, who was the event's director, as it was called at the time. He brought on, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, it was about 5 of us, I think. So probably most of us, actually, out of all of us that applied, got in, so... Because believe it or not, I became event staff before Geordie did. I was in for a week before he did. Okay, just slow it down a little bit, guys. The corners up here are quite tight. And we have some jet fighters flying over. F-22s, if I'm not mistaken. Once we've gone round those bends, I'm going to keep the speed at 60. Scratch that, we do have a right turn coming up ahead, so we will be slowing down at the front now. Okay, so on this road there is a lot of tighter turns coming up. If you check on your route advisors, so I won't actually be setting a speed, but I won't be doing any more than 55. And there's a floating cabin to the left. Strange what you find out in the desert. Right turn coming up ahead again. So just watch your speed. The Western Star certainly has good acceleration uphill. Here come the twisty turnies. Yeah, because you can't do it from the volume settings in game, can you? You've got to do it on with the file. Yeah, I noticed that every time I was sort of revving or using the engine brake and someone was trying to talk to me, it's like, what? What? I cannot hear you. Well, funny story about that actually. I took it off for some reason. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, but I took it out. But I forgot obviously to unmute everything in game. So of course, for driving the Kings, I was setting off on the phone. I'm moving. My engine ain't on. No, it is on. Oh, I know what I've done. I've left all my engine sounds off. So I did driving the Kings in silence. Left turn coming up everyone. I mean, it was alright actually. It meant that I was able to fully hear everything that was being said. Obviously, with us doing the rolling CC, so that side was actually alright. It just meant that whenever nobody was talking, it was just a bit quiet. And once you've taken that left, we have a right. Yeah, the ETS one's not too bad. It's the ATS one that's got more power to it. Oh god, I remember the first time when I watched the video just to make sure I'd done it right. I don't know why they had, but they decided to put their volume settings in the file quite high. So I thought, oh well, it must be like naturally quiet, so I'll do the same. When in game, no. Turn that one back now. Yay! I was a little bit sleepy that day, but you know, I still woke up when I put the engine brake on. Yeah, at the moment I haven't got it in. I've got my volumes back up now, but I'm just on default sounds. Yeah, very basic, aren't they? Yeah, there's. I think you find that you play the game a lot more actually when you have engine sound mods and stuff like that. It just sounds so much better. Well, I'll tell you what else I actually found out to do. What I discovered when I was sort of like doing a bit of digging was I've changed all my UI for TMP. So like when you're on the login page for your servers, I've got a custom background. I've got custom backgrounds for each server and all the colours with tab menus and everything. Aha! I may show you after this event. It's all of it. So like the tab menu, and then obviously the settings menu, everything. I can change the colours of all that, and then all like the icons, like the settings icon, the TFM icon, all of that. I can change that to whatever I put it as. And then you can also have the font for the in-game chat and the tab menu names and everything changed. I haven't gone as far as fonts. I like just the default font that it's at. But in terms of just the general colours and having my own custom backgrounds, it's quite nice. Because if you press tab now, you'll notice that this one's in red instead of the standard like yellow the ATS has. Yeah, and then of course the wheel cogs in grey and everything is sort of like in a dark mode, the rest of it. That's basically how mine looks on ETS2. For now. I'm probably going to customize it a little bit more, but just as standard I've just done sort of a red/dark mode look to it. just a brief update. We are currently doing 50 miles per hour at the front. Once we've taken a left turn that's coming up shortly, I will have a look at what the road's like up ahead. We may bring the speed up. And we do have oncoming traffic, one vehicle.
Take care, fellas. Guys on the road.
I think it's actually a bend through a town, isn't it, up ahead, where the left turn is. Have you not? Oh, I do. I mean, mostly on single player, of course, where I've got my mods, but I do play a lot of ATS MP as well. Yeah, it is. I thought it was just a left bend through a small town. Well, afterwards, then we'll take the speed up to 60, I think. Okay, just once everyone's taken this left bend, we'll bring the speed up to 60. Okay, speed now going up to 60. Whereabouts have you planned for your first event then, Landy? Okay, I think you said before, but I can't remember. Yeah, best place to do a first event. It's more popular. I remember my first event, jeez. I could have gone any more out there. I think I did. My first event, I did it at 1600 kilometers on Pro Mods Arcade, going past the Cotonous Quarry. So. Yeah, it was. It was sort of one of the moments where you sort of sound the meter and you're thinking, what have I done? You know? Why have I done this to myself? And then of course I thought, well it's Pro Mods, you know, and we're going on Pro Mods Arcade and that, you know, so it's not going to be the busy Cotonous. So I thought, but probably won't get that much attendance anyway, so probably quite a nice easy convoy to do for my first one. But no, we got 20, I think we got nearly 20 people there. It was quite a big, yeah, it was quite a big one, first one. Yeah, it's one of the things we've got to wear a smile while sweat's dripping down. We have a right turn coming up ahead in the middle of this town. Yeah, you can't get any more crazy than me. Trust me. Unless you want to bet. Well, we did that. We actually did that. Yeah, I'll just get us through these turns first, and then I'll talk about that. So once we've all taken that right turn, we do have a left just coming up afterwards. And once we've taken our left turn, we'll be keeping the speed at 60 again. And it is a sharp left turn, so just watch your speed. And I'll just wait for us all to take that left turn and then I'll bring it up to 60. Okay, I'm taking up to 60 now. See, I can't remember if it was one of George's events or Jim's events. It was one of those two. But yeah, the route didn't obviously go onto the quarry road, but it went right past the entrance. So of course, as you know, being there before, it is still quite busy around the entrance. Especially on the junction that takes the way you would turn left if you came from Kirkness. No, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it was quite funny. This is why I feel like it was one of Jim's events, because I don't think Geordie would have done this. But yeah, because I remember we were going down this road. And I think I said to Jim, says, "Oh, if we took a right back there, there's actually a hidden road we could have gone down." And then I mentioned that it actually comes out just somewhere up ahead. So then I noticed everyone was turning right up ahead, and I thought, where are we going? Why are we taking a hidden road? And I was saying to them, you do realise this road goes back where we came, just like I said, so we're just going to have to go in a big circle now. So we ended up going in a big circle. Just did a big loop-to-loop before we carried on where we were going in the first place. Yeah, it was busy just outside at the quarry road entrance, but luckily it wasn't busy enough where there was like a lot of incidents happening. We managed to get through pretty smooth actually. Yeah, I was surprised. There was about at least 10 of us there, 10, 15. So to get us all through there without one incident was actually pretty good. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. It's been within the last 2 months, I would like to call it. How are you feeling about your first event? Excited? Nervous? Worried? Scared? Rather do something else? That's pretty good. Like I say, it can't be as out there as mine was. Mine was pretty risky. Yeah, we had about 20 people start off with, we finished with 10. Yeah, it was sort of one of those moments where at the end, sort of giving your speech and you sort of think to yourself, well, at least I got half of them here in the end. I mean, look, I mean, obviously it sounds bad that half sort of went, but it was mainly just because I think it was quite a later on convoy, because it was 1600 kilometers. Obviously it takes about 2 hours to do that much, and obviously we had a 50-minute break in between, so it was just the kind of the case that people sort of had somewhere else they needed to be, or if they were using pedals they would say that their sort of ankles were hurting. So it was just generally people would just sort of eventually wanting to leave due to the time, but pretty much all my events now are around 7, half 7, and I keep them sort of with ATS around 1,000 kilometers or miles it is, and for ATS2 it's around 1,200, 1,300 kilometers, which normally I manage to actually almost get spot on an hour and a half for each one. I'm quite consistent with that. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've done like a 2-hour convoy, excluding public events of course. Just going to bring the speed down to 50, just a couple of people have gone off my route advisor map, which obviously just means that there's some gaps created. Okay, looks like we're all bunched up again. I'll bring the speed back up to 60. Yep, we have a left turn coming up ahead and we have oncoming traffic. And maybe turning into here, we'll just wait and see. They are. Does that say Me6 as in the bot, his name? Or am I reading that wrong? Hold on, we might be able to find our tab menu. Oh, it's nice, ME86, but it looks like Me6. Once you've taken that left turn, we have a right turn coming up just shortly after. We seem to have quite a few left and right turns close together, don't we? Rest area, not quite yet, I'm afraid. Just a brief FYI, we have 392 miles left. So we have done approximately 2/3 of the route. I think mine's route's like right up to the entrance of the yards, so yours might just be a little bit further back, that's all. As long as you're heading to Truckee, then you're fine. Yes, if you're heading somewhere else, that's an issue. Okay, we seem to be bunching up again, so I'll bring the speed back up to 60. What engine sound mod did you have in? Is it the same one I sent to you? What truck are you using it in? That's probably the truck it sounds most sensible with, either that or the Kenworth. Because for me, for a while, I was using it while driving the Western Star, so it was nice, but felt a little bit odd. Just rolling up in Las Vegas, like my Western Star sounds better than your piece and Kenworth's.
Someone noticed that in game, someone parachuting on us.
Could you repeat that, please?
Did anyone notice that someone parachuting on us?
I didn't, I don't think. Okay, slowing down at the front now, we have a left turn going onto the highway. It's so much better, isn't it? With the engine brake just by on a default sound, it just sounds as if you're revving your engine in neutral. That's pretty much all it is. Okay, keeping the speed of 50 until we're all up. Seems like we're all on now, so I'm going to bring the speed up to 60. You know what? We have plenty of highway ahead of us actually, so I'll go ahead and bring it up to 70. Got highway now, so we have the excuse. So far I've nearly used up half a tank. You okay there, Landon? A little bit of background noise for your microphone, that's all. Yeah, that was quite the slam. Yeah, then you get mine where sometimes you say something right into it and then nothing comes through. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Put the end in my mouth? No, well, I've got a new headset on now, which is, well, it's the same headset as the old one, but it's obviously just a new one. And it's still having some little issues just here and there, like very rarely, but it's the odd time, so I think it might just be the connection actually with my controller. Sort of like where the aux goes in. Right now, you sound perfectly fine. Not too low, not too high. But I guess it just depends how close you are to it each time. Is it a microphone that's actually attached to your headset? Oh, okay, so it's not on like a bendy arm then, is it just on a solid arm? But not majorly flexy then. Oh, you see with mine, it's a fully flexible arm, so I can sort of adjust it exactly how I like. One thing I did take off it though was the pulp filter on the end. I don't know why, I just never like using them. I always find that although it's meant to make your voice sound, or well, your words sound a little bit more clearer, I always find it sort of makes you a little bit more quiet at the same time. Well, you see, there you go, mine does, and I don't use it. Problem is as well, like, it's just annoying because whenever you say like you want to eat something at the same time, I don't know, maybe you grab a biscuit or something, naturally, if you've got your headset on, you just sort of move your mic down like that. So I probably sound a little bit more quieter now, rather than it being up here. But of course, if you've got a filter on, if there's any time like a crumb drops or something, it just goes on the filter. It just makes you feel that little filter go a little bit mucky. It's like, oh, I'll just take it off. It's wired, just like I say, when it has the odd issue just here and there, it might just be the connection between the wire and the controller. I never really normally go for wireless things because I always just keep thinking that it's like, I'm going to be in the middle of doing something like sort of important or playing a game and then it's just going to like die on me. So you just got to like, because you got to keep remembering to turn them on charge, don't you? And if you forget to put it on charge, that's it, you can't use it. Yeah, you see, sometimes I can't trust myself to even charge my phone. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and it's there on 5% and I'm thinking, I'm supposed to charge that. So if I can't even charge my phone sometimes, I've got absolutely no chance with a headset or like a wireless mouse or anything. I'll just get wired, plug it in, no issues. Yeah, there's always that. Yeah, it's like you do something to avoid an issue, but now you run into more issues. There's no easier way out of it, is there? Oh, really? I hate it when the GPS does that. I know it happens a lot on ATS 2 where it wants you to go in to like a fuel station, like on the side of a motorway, and then take you back on again. But it's always horrible when it does it on interchanges, and you think, do I actually need to be in that extra lane to the right for a reason, or is it just going to bring me back on again? So you're sort of there, sort of panicking, thinking, which way do I go? This way, that way? Do I look like an idiot? Do I need to go down there? I mean, that rarely happens, so it's normally before an event I'll, when I'm planning routes, I'll free cam it down.
Viajei, compadre. Tudo de bom.
Have you seen the colour for a game moderation trainee? Like, have you seen one in game? No, I'm just thinking, does my colour above my head look very similar to it or not? Because whenever I'm in ETS2 going down the C to D road, the amount of people keep asking if I'm an admin or like telling me to watch somebody or kick this person, I'm just thinking, I'm not an admin. Well, I am an admin, but I'm not a moderator. I'm support. What do you want me to do about it? Yeah, some people just might not realise the colours. They might just sort of assume that because I've got a colour tag that I'm just a moderator and I can kick people. I just always have people asking me those things. I'm just thinking, no, I can't. I'm sorry, all I can do is watch you suffer. I can't do anything about the person trolling. In terms of when I've ever become the bird, no. Doesn't sound very good. In terms of... Shouldn't have said that, I should have said... In terms of whenever I would become a game operator, yeah. That is fine. Mine doesn't sometimes. We are taking this next exit up on the right here, guys, so just watch your speed coming up to it. And then evidently, as soon as you come up the slip road, you're taking a left. So yeah, I probably will become a game moderator further down the line, which obviously I don't need to wait for the applications to open, I can just transfer internally, but I'll need to wait at least like 2-3 months. Okay, so it's the left turn just at the traffic lights. We'll be going into Bitumen, if that's how you pronounce it. And once you're in, we'll be parking to the left of us. What is it with you installing? Oh well. That could have something to do with it. Okay, once we're all packed up, I'll just grab another quick screenshot of us all. Of course, if any of you guys want to take a screenshot as well, once we're all packed up, feel free to do so. Oh, we have a Volvo with us today. Not many people use the Volvo. I was just about to ask about that as well. But I was about to say that is quite a squeaky chair you've got there. Is it one of the twisty ones? The ones where you can like sit in it and then get someone else to spin you around. Could you turn your beacons off, please, Amit? Just with a few of us being here, it can cause some people lag. Watch out for the boxes as well near your trailer. Okay, we're nearly all parked up. Thank you very much for taking reserve for us today, Landy. Luckily we didn't run into any issues, but of course if it did happen, it could have been the next 10 minutes before I was able to reconnect. That's kind of weird, because as soon as it disconnects me for high ping, and I join back, for some reason it reset my graphics settings. I just sort of like spawned in the thought, if I just turn into shift, my graphics settings were all just really low and I had no shadows on or anything. On single player, mine can be around like medium to high to keep it really smoothly, but for multiplayer, I tend to stick a medium as max. Just going any higher than that, and it can usually set my ping a little bit high. Yeah, well, you see the exit right there from the company we're just in. If you could just take it, get back on the highway and on your way, I'd be grateful. I mean, I could run it saying like ultra, and it would like be smooth for me. But I think it's just 'cause normally it makes my ping go a little bit high, which of course just means I bounce around everywhere. So I choose not to. I choose just to stick to medium. Okay, do you want to back up just a little bit further, Amit? You're nice and lined up, so all you'll need to do is just go back, and then I can get a nice picture of us all. Yep, wonderful. That should do. Okay, I've got the picture now. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking part in today's convoy. Hopefully you enjoyed the route. As far as I'm aware, there's been no incidents at all from looking over the whole convoy. So well done for that. If you'd like a job, just send me, Zavart Wolf, a DM, and I will get that to you as soon as I can. And you are all free to go.